So yeah, we're gonna start game with this character, and we are going to go now. And let's see how much of this route I remember over the weekend. Oh no, you know, dude, Moto, I want you to. That's the thing, dude. I want to get better at this. So I'm totally down with like the deep chats while I'm speedrunning. That's totally fine. Plus, it gets me better to focus on multiple things at the same time, which is nice. This is what I like about this stream as well. It has a chill format. Thank you, Tron. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of my thing is like, there's a lot of streams that have like the wah 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 and the flashy alerts and the bit emote drops and all this stuff, and I don't know. You died already. You suck. Nice Moto. I think I grabbed that Grace last time, which is a time loss. We're going to do a challenge run on Elden Ring. We're going to start a 10-10 character challenge run with the Smith script throwing daggers. And I'm going to try to go through all major bosses with the Smith script daggers. You still need to do the DLC for this? Oh, it is glorious, Cammy. It is glorious. I really enjoyed the DLC for this. Which is why I want to do the challenge run after this. I've been doing speed runs lately. Creation to credits. So I haven't actually been able to play the DLC in a while, because yeah, it's slower. So what's gonna be really cool is after this speed run with the challenge run, all major bosses, I'll be getting back into the DLC. I really enjoyed the DLC here. Yeah, I'm with you, Keeler. I am with you. But what's nice is, once I can purchase, I gotta think this through a bit more. Here. Okay, now we go get Torrent. Okay, and I know there's going to be a tree with some root resin around here that I want to grab. Oh, you followed Cammy oh, thank you, Moto. Thank you, Dark. No, that's really cool, you guys. Because, yeah, no, Cammy's a cool channel. Cammy's a cool channel. Okay, now we're going to talk and get Torrent.
Have you heard of the Facer? But I can turning root to 80. You need O to the foot. Then it said summon me. I bequeath. It will summon Torrent.
Get Torrent's ring, spectral steed whistle, which looks strangely like Miquella's headband. So there's weird lore theories going on with that, where some people think that Miquella is Torrent's former master. I'm still of the mind that the player character is Torrent's former master. I know that's a debated thing going on right now, but that's where I'm drawing my line in the sand. I think everybody here knows how I feel about it, but I'll reiterate. I think you are a lost demigod, one of the lost children of America, one of the decapitated bodies in the walking mausoleums. So I think that both the summoning bell and torrent used to belong to you. But that's just me. Yeah, that's really cool, Yumoto. Because, yeah, for definitely speaking as a creator, every single follow, every single minute, even just a minute watched, every little bit of it helps out a lot. So, no, it's really cool, you. And really cool that everybody around here appreciates and supports the smaller streamer, which is cool. One day we will, Dark. One day we will. I might have to see if there's any interesting feat mods just for you, Dark. Okay, so we come up here because this gives us the sleep pots we are going to need for Godskin Duo. Okay, now we're going to drop down here, get our physic, and start working our way towards Kenneth Height and the one half of the Dectus Medallion. Is going to be an important grace to grab because it's also by a teleporter that's going to take us to Kaled. I'm not doing the optimal speedrun route. I'm slowly, because I recently just started speedrunning this game. So, it's not necessarily a hyper optimal route. And here's the other thing I need to ask chat, because we've had mixed opinions on it. So I'm going to ask chat. Do you want me to gravity cheese Draconic Tree Sentinel? When I get a, because if we add that to the run, if we just make this like a no save and quit run, and we do the gravity cheese on Draconic Tree Sentinel, that might change up the route a little bit. Or do you like it when I straight up fight Draconic Tree Sentinel? Cheese? Okay, cool, cool. It shall get added. Cool. I'll do it. I'll do it, Moto. I made one routing flub so far, but we are good. Okay, we need a blood rose. Okay, that will give us blood grease, which will help with the couple fights. I made a DS1 glitchless speedrun on Saturday. I made 1 hour 40 minutes. Still 1 hour and 12 minutes slower than first place. Yeah. But sometimes that's the thing, Dark Souls, is it's not always about the world record. Like, I have no illusions because I'm not doing the save and quit strats. Actually, I do have to head back down now that I'm thinking about it, because I did make that routing error. Yeah, I have no illusion because I'm not doing the save and quit strats. I'm not save and quitting on doors, not save and quitting on graces. I'm using RTA. I'm not using like a in-game timer. I'm still clocking the load times and everything. I don't have any illusions that I'm going to be getting the world record. I'm just having fun seeing how much I can optimize the run and how quick I can get through what a lot of people consider to be a difficult game in a short amount of time. So 2 hours and 20 minutes for a game that takes most people 100 hours feels pretty good. Yeah, in sub 1 hour on the first Dark Souls, I would assume they're doing some of the glitches. Okay. Okay. And it's Monday. This is obviously not going to be my best time considering it's Monday. But there's got to be a Monday, right? It's going to be the revisiting for my brain. The any percent runs are the ones that allow glitches if I'm not... No, any percent means that you can just complete the game in any order. Well, any percent, and then there's any percent glitchless. So I think what you'd want to look up for is the any percent glitchless. Because, yeah, you're probably right, Tron. You're probably right. The any percent does allow glitches. And then it's the any percent glitchless that does not. Okay, so after we get this other half of the Dectus medallion, we're gonna go try kill, go and try and kill Draconic Tree Sentinel. We're gonna try to do Draconic Tree Sentinel instead of Grail, because then if we do that, it's 2 birds with 1 stone. We're getting the souls we typically would get from Grail, but we're getting the progression blocker taken care of early, and then that way we use those souls and equipment to then go get the Bloodhound Fang. Then we use the Bloodhound Fang to go kill Radon. And then we cut our way through Stormdale Castle. Yes, I think Dark Souls was talking about DS1 on the on his time. I could be wrong though. Yeah, I think Dark Souls was talking about a DS1 time. I could be wrong though. I'm kind of thinking about my route and chat at the same time, but I'm doing a lot better than the past couple days. It's Monday though, but I'm noticing that a lot of this route is kind of starting to ingrain itself in my memory. Toki join. You know, I haven't watched the recent DS1 speedrun. I'll have to watch that. Is that the glitchless dark or with glitches? I assume with glitches is probably like super short. So it's probably glitchless. We need the mushrooms for sleep pots. We're gonna need this grace to come back to. Glitchless, I watched it, but the one with glitches is short but really interesting. Yeah, I know the one with glitches is really weird. Because there's a lot of routing skips and stuff. Because there's like the weird, what is it? The weird backstab glitch where the camera like couples and then you like can run into Sen's Fortress because the gate isn't loaded. For Sen skip. There's all sorts of weird things. Yeah, 50 minutes Elden Ring is wild. It's wild. RTA, though, I think it's about 1 hour and 15 minutes. There's a lot of time saved from quitting out of the game because they use an in-game clock instead of RTA. But yeah, it's still wild. It's still wild, Cammy. It's crazy. It's still a sight to behold. And I know I'm not going to be getting there. Even like the 110, 115 RTA. I'm at like 220, 2 hours and 20 minutes RTA. So, but if this strategy works and I don't die too much, I might be able to shave off a good 20 minutes today. So there's like 20 minutes of possible time save from my best time, my PB. Everybody dark. That's kind of the beauty of speedruns these days, is it's literally an iterative process where you have one guy do the run almost like me, where there's no glitches, no nothing. They sit down and they route out a speed run, and then after like, you know, a couple thousand people. Did I forget to grab the sacred tier up there? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Man, it's Monday. Definitely Monday. Who thinks I just stand here at this wall, press X 10 times, let me hit glitch through wall, open the inventory, and skip half the game? Well, what happens is, here's the thing, is speedrunners were running the game for months, maybe even a year, and they kept saying to themselves, if only we didn't have to ring these two stupid bells. You know, and there's like thousands of people saying that. Like thousands of people were speedrunning Dark Souls. And they were all saying, if we didn't have to ring these two stupid bells. And then someone, it could have been somewhere else, decouples the camera, has a glitch happen on a backstab, and then they notice that when they keep walking with the goofed up camera, the game doesn't load new environmental assets. And then they say, hey, this is a weird glitch. Where else can you do it, and what can you do with it? And then someone's like, hey, what if you can figure out a way to do it in an area where you can get into Sen's Fortress for a save and quit? And there you go. And then thousands of people keep trying, kind of like Distortion, where Distortion was like, I want speedrun strats for the DLC, and like he put out a bounty of money for speedrun strats for the DLC, and we found all sorts of glitches in the DLC because people were chasing that $10,000 he was offering. So it's a step-by-step process. And then it's just when you see a run of like Dark Souls now, like 9-10 years after it was released, you're like, oh my god, how did people figure out all these tricks? And it's like, well, it like took 9 years to figure out all of those tricks. Yeah, and a lot of times they data mine the game. Exactly, Keeler's right. Along with like with the whole when Distortion figured out the weird like Pegasus glitches in the DLC where you could ride Torrent like through the air and stuff. They figured out a lot of stuff afterwards by just literally just turning on like the dev mode of the game and just like looking at the actual collision boxes of the environment. And figuring out where and when you can go. Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes it is, Dark. Okay, so now we're going to Altus Plateau. So if we are doing if we're gonna cheese Draconic Tree Sentinel, we're on the way to do it now. Yeah, yeah. Well, also, Dark Souls, you can get down there and get rid of Ceaseless for good souls, as well as get the armor set down there, which is probably one of the best early game armor sets in the game. The Witch's Izalith fashion. Demon Souls has some interesting ones where the world isn't finished loading yet. So in the graphics mode, not the FPS mode, you have time to go through objects before it loads correctly. Yes. Yes, Tron. There's a couple skips that you can do in Demon Souls that are really interesting with loading. Yeah, it does feel chuggy, Dark. I agree. Graphics mode in Demon Souls feels a little chuggy. Yeah, yeah. I know there's a skip that you can do at for Armored Spider in Demon Souls that involves some load skips because the collision loads in late. And I think there's a few fog walls that it works on too. Yeah, yeah. Also, like you've probably noticed, Tron, like when you play Space Marine, interesting thing about Space Marine's load is when you first load in on your character is the first thing loaded in, and you're loaded in like a black environment, like a void. And then the like environment loads into like your visual. Like it's weird. Like it has this weird, like you see it like the world get built outwards. Oh, what's up, Tiger? Whoa, 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 whoa. Forgot I need to be a little bit off to the left. I can feel Monday all over this run. Or Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. Got to start today and see if it's good. See, there's an interesting one, Dark Souls, to go back to it. I have the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection because of my PS Plus subscription. I got it, I think, like 4 or 5 years ago. It was in the collection. So yeah, if you're somebody that just likes random games every month, even basic PS Plus is a pretty decent deal. And we're about to be in Altus Plateau, everybody. Yeah, they do. I'm not a big gacha game fan, though. Dark. I don't mind them. I'm not like, there's some people that are like, oh, gacha games are going to ruin the video game industry. No, I'm not one of those people. They're just not my bag. I like RNG in games, but I don't like my game to be completely built on the back of RNG. And a lot of free-to-play games, it seems like sometimes your enjoyment factor is even based on a random number generator, and that's not always fun. Oh yeah, First Descendant's really cool. There are games out there, don't get me wrong, like they're saying they're cool. I played some First Descendants. First Descendants, it's a nice iterative step up on Warframe. I do think that Warframe still has the better mobility. Player movement is like really, I think, one of the biggest selling points of Warframe. And First Descendant doesn't really tap that so much. But build diversity, visuals, gunplay, definitely up there and really good. Story's a little lukewarm, but I think it kind of comes together in the end game. Plus, the raid tier bosses are actually really fun if you're squatting up with friends. They actually take a lot of communication to overcome, so that was really cool. And the character design is really good. Character design is really good. Yeah, I haven't played Zenless Zone Zero, but I had a friend that did. He said he thought Honkai Star Rail was a little bit better, but he did like it. I'm not too much into the anime-themed games. Not that it's based, you know what I mean? Like, it's like anime, manga, art influenced. And those aren't necessarily my bag. I can get into them, don't get me wrong, but I agree, Dark Souls. If they had something where like you got to play as Guts and his little traveling party, like going through like the world and everything, coming across quests, it would be the best game ever made. It would be. Sometimes I think Miyazaki makes Souls games because he can't make a Berserk. You didn't like First Descendant? Which is totally understandable. For what those games are, I thought it was pretty well-made game. I didn't continue to play it, but I thought it was a well-made game. I didn't have too many complaints. It was just a little. I got to the point where I was like 30 hours in, and I saw the grind, and I was like, I don't have the time for this. Speaking of don't have the time for this, why am I going to Dominula? One of the big problems I will say I had with First Descendant, on top of the grind, was I felt like the enemy designs were really cool, but they weren't cohesive. If you look at like the wide array of enemy types in the game, it's really hard to find some type of theming within them, like something that uniformly, like you know, makes them a faction, if you will, like something to like unify the enemy types into like, these are why the bad guys are working together and they all look like they're working together. The game doesn't really have that. All the enemies just kind of look like random enemies that don't really have a unifying theme. And that was, I thought, a little perturbing, like just a little weird. As long as it's not a 20-minute grind. Somebody's on the Chabello clock. So there is an ad break that's going to be arriving in a short while. Just as a heads up, everybody. Oh, I didn't grab it. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of in the same spot, Keeler. Like I've said it on the channel kind of before, is like, if I get to a point where like the channel kind of maybe blows up on a games as a service, like then I have the time for it. Then it's like, all right, you know, I've got my like 40 hours a week to like grind out a live service game with you guys and like show you how to like circumvent monetization, how to get builds together to get through difficulty, like how to circumvent difficulty with like a live service game. Like I could do that, but it's just, that's the thing, is it's like most of my time gaming is streaming now. So it's like, for one, if you guys aren't necessarily interested in that, then I'm not interested in that. But then it's like, yeah, I'm not going to get off of streaming to then put 40 hours a week into First Descendant. Because a lot of these live service games, you almost have to approach them like a job. And it's like, all right, okay, so First Descendant, I need to grind out my weapons and all that to get ready for endgame. Well, that's going to take me like 30 hours a week for like 2 weeks to like get all that together. And then I got to grind out like 2 or 3 characters, you know. Yeah, exactly. You have a job and you work D&D. You're a DM. Yeah, you're a dungeon master. Yeah, dude, that's like your entire day. Like, that is all of it. That is all of it. Like, the fact that you squeeze in video games on top of that is a miracle. And you're a father. Like, yeah, like that's a miracle. So like, that's kind of, I agree with you. Like, that's, and I agree with you that going back to you, I see your previous message about Space Marine, and I agree with you. Space Marine is one of those games that has that long-term grind, but there's no FOMO involved. So you know that, okay, it's gonna take me like 20 to 30 hours to max my character out. But that being said, I can do that whenever I want to. You know.
To determine if you have, it seems torrent, whereas there is, but I can take gathering. Burn at my hand.
Exactly, Tron. Exactly. And that's why I like it, is because, you know, an operation lasts from 20 to 30 minutes. So when I'm like off stream at night, like, I know our schedules don't quite work out because you're in Europe. But let me 1 second. Okay. But yeah, like, that's the nice thing, is it's like I can go put something in the oven and then know I've got like 25 minutes for an operation run. And then I can go eat dinner. I can watch a movie with my girlfriend. I can hang out. We can socialize. I can go for a late evening walk under the moonlight, enjoy the evening stars, come home, and then run 2 more for like another hour, and then go to bed. Okay, so we're gonna try this. We're gonna try the cheese on the Draconic Tree Sentinel. I did it in my free time. I have not done it in the middle of a run yet, so. And then that's the thing, is you get to change it up every now and then, where you're like, all right, you know, today I'm going to work on a tactical marine, or today I'm going to work on this. Whereas like when you look at First Ascendant, like you're going to have to spend like 2 weeks unlocking the tactical. And then you're going to have to spend 2 weeks unlocking the sniper. And then you're going to have to spend like a month leveling up the sniper. A month leveling up the tactical. And by the time that happens, they've already introduced 2 more descendants and more guns and other things you have to level up and grind. And it's just like this perpetual grind, which is great when you have the time. When you're like a college student and you're playing Borderlands all day, you got the time. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I also don't have audio. And I fucked it up because I couldn't hear. Give me a second to get my headset on. One second. Should have done this ahead of time. Okay. Yeah, I was a big Destiny player for a while too, Tron. What? I've never seen him do these things before. This is good. This is a good point. This is good that I did this. I ruined the Monday run with the experimentation. Yeah, he pulled the cheese on me, man. And why didn't I stake it? Oh, it didn't stake America me. Yep, I got cheese back. That's why we experiment on Mondays. Okay, catch the aggro. Okay, me come in here. Dude, he's never done the lightning before on me. He has never done the lightning before on me. This is crazy. No, I did, dude, I did this over the weekend like 6 times. There goes another 20-minute wasted. Boy, this is also a learning experience, Jabello. And here's the thing. If I eventually do get this, it might still be faster. So that's why I'm doing it. And it's a Monday run. If I ruin any run, it's going to be a Monday run. Come on. He's not cooperating. No, it's just... It's not a Monday thing, huh? But yeah, no. It's just... If I'm going to have a sloppy run, it's going to be on a Monday. Yeah, I did this a bunch of times for practice over the weekend, and I was pretty consistent with it. He's just not being consistent today. What? Yeah, I am constantly dying. That's for sure, Chabello. You have a tip, Dark Souls? What's that? And of course I heal and that gets me killed. He's just not getting in that nook like he was Saturday. I was doing it Saturday. Don't die. Yeah, don't die if you want to cheese him. Yep, got it, Dark. And then if I do get this, I won't be doing Grail. So it ends up still being a time save. There we go. And that's why I did it, Moto. Thank you, Keeler. Now we go get the Bloodhound Fang. Don't try to be nice, Keith. First time I did it in a run, though. So there we go. Iterative success. So that was still faster than my last Draconic Tree Sentinel, and I won't be doing Grail this run. So that might, even though I died like 5 times, that could potentially still be a time save. That was some karmic cheese, that is all. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so he is now... That sword is now mine. Okay, so... Now we go way up to EG to upgrade it. Tarnish, his sword is my main... Yeah, for sure. For sure, a lot of people love this weapon.
I presume.
How are you doing, though, Tarnished?
Oh, I am an old crow, perhaps.
Oop. Okay, now I go way over here. Doing good. How about me? I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Monday, it's my first run of the week, so it's been a little rusty, but it's been fun. It's been fun so far. Okay, so do you want me to do the glitch jump into Radahn's arena? That's the next question. It's not really a glitch because you can do it in the glitchless run. You want me to do the jump? Because I know how to do the jump. If you want me to do the jump, I can do the jump. Cool, cool. I know it is, Keeler. Cause yeah, me and Miyamoto, we both agree, but it's a weird one. It's a weird one. You're on the final boss of the game in your first playthrough. Nice. It's one of my favorite bosses in the game. And I didn't grab the Site of Grace up top. Time loss. See, this is what I mean by a Monday run. Your favorite is Godfrey? Well, I like Godfrey a lot. Giga Chad. I really like Godfrey a lot. Godfrey's a really cool fight. Oh, for sure. For sure, Tron. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade my weapon one more time, and then we're fighting Radon. Yeah, exactly.
Well, then I presume.
Okay, so then we come back here. Very gray area, because watch this, Moto. I'm about to do it. Got it. Okay, so that's Radon done. Thank you, Moto. Thank you. Melodic awareness really helmets on. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Tron. Very much. And thank you, Cammy. Thank you, Cammy. That was a pretty good Radon. Okay, so we're gonna rest. Get our levels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay, catch those levels. Nice getting used to the Astral War. Yeah, yeah. Come on.
Wait, I see it now. Humans all lose their focus.
Sorry for anybody that loves Alexander, but I want the Warrior Jar Shard. Yep, Radon is raw done. Could set up my physic now too. Yeah, we're gonna set up the physic. Yes, yes. Okay, so that's Margit down. Normally there'd be a save and quit there.
I shall remember thee, tarnished, smoldering with light.
Thank you, Keeler. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, chat.
Of the night. It's tight.
Okay, now we get him to open the gate.
Well, but of course.
This would be another save and quit if I was doing save and quit strats. But I can use this time to spend my 1 level. Oh, I screwed that up. But I recovered. That was kind of a dumb decision. That was a Monday decision. Okay, we're heading up. Still good. Still good. Still good. There we go. Why am I going this way? Oh, I know one way. I get the, 2 pots. 2 cracked pots for the, Godskin duo. Okay, now we're off to Godric. And I guess I'll grab the Grace for safety strats. Mighty dragon, thou art a true born heir. Ooh, not good. Not what I wanted. Okay, Godric down.
Of all that is golden, and one day we'll return together to our home.
Whatever that is, Dark Souls, I'm down for it. It's light location, towel piece, sale kick, piece purchase. Whoa, okay. It's to a German. That's a good one, Keeler. That's a good one. So we made some mistakes along the way, but all in all, I think we ended up with a time save. I'm not going to do this jump skip. I guess at this point I should learn all the jump skips. My goal right now, Moto, I think is to figure out the definitive route that I actually want to do. And then actually get splits together. And then after getting splits together, try to keep optimizing. Today, I don't know. If I can get faster than 220 today, I'll be really happy because that'll be a new PB. But honestly, at this point, I don't think a new PB is in the cards. But who knows? Maybe even after with all the mistakes, it'll still end up adding up to a time save. Time-wise, I'm hoping for sub 220. I'm hoping for sub 220. But if I get sub 230, I'll be happy. I'll be happy sub 230. No, challenge run probably won't be completed today because there's going to be a lot of moving pieces. And I want to kill like all the major bosses. So that also means DLC, and all that stuff. So I have a feeling this will go, the challenge run will probably be 2 days. So we'll do this speed run, finish it out. And then tomorrow, then we'll do the challenge run. We'll start it up. We'll get everything going. And then tomorrow we'll jump in, hopefully do a better speed run. now that we have, it won't be Monday, and the route will be a little bit more fresh in our mind, and then we'll move on to finishing the challenge run. And then maybe Wednesday, if the challenge run is done, there might be some Space Marine co-op with viewers on Wednesday. And then Thursday and Friday, we'll get back into Legend of Dragoon. The Legend of Dragoon for our classic days. That's kind of the schedule, Dark Souls, through the week. Because I think the challenge run is going to eat up, I think, most of the day afterwards. But I do think it would be cool to get a few more ops in with the viewers on Space Marine. Okay, just in case, I'm grabbing that Grace. You know what? I should spend my runes. Safety strats. That's our 7. Okay, good enough. I mainly wanted the 7. I just want to sit 1 hour at the Grace so you don't lose your points. You never know, Dark Souls. There's a lot that can still happen in this run. Okay, so Avenue balcony. Kind of needed those 8,000 runes, but there we go. A lot can still happen, Dark. That's just for runes. Honestly, a time loss. Okay, now we go get our 8 and 9. Is there an all bosses speedrun with every single boss? Yes. Yes, there is. There is an all bosses speedrun, Dark. I think it's like 6 hours or something. I could be wrong. I think it's about 6 hours. A lot of doubters today. Yeah, I heard about Wukong too. It got greenlit. As well as like 2 DLCs or something for the first one. Okay, we got our 9. Now we go get our 8. Yeah, there's a couple people that think it's game of the year, and I don't know about that. Okay, so then boom, bingo. Smithing Master Easy.
Brave.
Why not? We'll go get the Ritual Sword Talisman. Might as well. We did it last run. It'll be 10% more damage. It is a difficult one, Moto. It's a difficult what the pick is for game of the year. If Shadow of the Erdtree was a standalone game, I would have given it game of the year, but it's an expansion, so that's kind of complicates things. Wukong is a well-made game despite my grievances with it. Okay, West Capital Rampart. Now it's a gold free and Morgut. Wukong 8 out of 10. Wukong New Game Plus 9 out of 10. I heard the New Game Plus is really interesting. And I got greedy. I got greedy on a speed run. Oh. That's what Mondays are for. Greed on speed runs. Wukong 5 out of 10. Wukong New Game Plus -1 out of 10. Don't want to suffer through the whole game again. I'm getting impatient because I died the first run. See what I mean, Dark Souls? That no's starting to look pretty good, right? Because that means I have less than an hour, pretty much. Okay, here we go. This is the kill. Third time's a charm. Are you kidding me? Okay. That was not a GG. That was not a GG, but we're through. Thank you, Moto. I am not a real bad dude, but he was that time. Time to clean up the rest of the run. Luckily, there's no more routing bullshit. It's just getting through the rest of the run now. So... yeah, it's a good point, Moto. You raise a good point. Time to level up. Kick Morgoth's ass. Traitors all. Okay, that didn't go as planned. Ooh, close call. Oh my goodness. That looked like it didn't touch me. I'm sorry, but that looked like it didn't touch me. Yeah, I'm trying to learn things, Moto. I'm glad you noticed. That's where some of the failures are coming in. I am frustrated because I'm dying, but since the run is kind of scuffed to some degree, I'm trying to take some risks to learn. Because I know you get iframes in the Ash of War, and I'm trying to figure out when and where you can place those. Because I watched the speed run over the weekend. 2 people do it. I watched Distortion do it, and I watched the Forza run again. And they really take advantage of the iframes on
Your thoughts, your ambitions,
the Ash of War.
the principles.
Yeah. So if I do this every single day, there's going to be a little less learning every day and a little more doing every day. Until I think eventually we might start seeing some sub 2-hour runs. Thank you, Cammy. For sure. Thank you for the hypes. Because, yeah, we're kind of at the final stretch here. It doesn't look like it, but we get to Mountaintop of the Giants, then Fire Giant, and then after that, Godskin Duo, Malakath. It's just basically a boss rush at this point and writing on Torrent. Thank you, Keeler. And honestly, I still haven't quite gotten used to the nerves of having a clock going the whole time. So day by day, I get more and more used to seeing that clock. Just like every day, I get more and more used to seeing chat. Oh, I didn't do it. Moto made the joke. Yeah, I didn't stand on the railing to get off faster. Moto brought it up last time. Lost aggro. Okay. Get back on Torrent, and we ride the Forbidden Lands. Yeah, we're at like a 10-minute Torrent writing segment. Typically on GDQ, this is like, you can read some donations. I just realized on that Smith script daggers all bosses run we're going to be doing later that there's going to be a Melania involved. And I'm really curious how she's going to interact with the Smith script daggers. Because she has some very interesting interactions with projectiles. Okay, so I need one more golden seed. Will give me a flask, which will be nice, so I might as well grab that. And then there's 2 more sacred tears. And then it's Fire Giant. And I might have to break the golden rule of speedrunning and go to the bathroom before Fire Giant. Okay, line that up. And if I is also an interesting test because this will be 1 less sacred tier than my previous run. And if I can do this with 1 less sacred tier, that means I can cut out, I think, like 2 minutes out of the run. So it's just in speed, just like making games, speedrunning is kind of iterative, where I'll make routing adjustments every time I do this. Anybody else notice the parallel with the Divine Tower, where you're spiraling up a bunch of land with corpses and a structure built on corpses, and then you get to the Flame of the Fell God at the top? It's kind of interesting. Hey, what's up, Mr. Pickles? Glad to see you stop by. How are you doing today? Reformed. Safety strats. Do I have enough? Yes, for one more flask. Okay. Quick bathroom break. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Fire giant. Oh, that was close. There we go with Fire Giant. Thank you, Cammy. And we're getting into Farum Azula. First of which is the Godskin duo, which is not very pleasant, but it is what it is. One of the two bosses I don't like doing. Them and Gideon. Gideon Ofnir is a nightmare. Then we talk to Melina.
This world and death. Are you to commit? Very let my
Okay, so now we're in Farum Azula. Sorry for the timing on the ad break. I didn't mean to hit triangle. That was instinct. I was kind of having a bit of a moment. Autopilot got turned on. Okay, hopefully I don't make the same dummy mistake I made last time. I jumped off and died here last time. 180. This way. That way. I hope it is, Keeler. I've had some mix-ups here and there, but I think so far we're doing pretty good. I made a bunch of big time optimizations from the runs last week. So I don't know, it's a weird transition going from challenge runner to speed runner. Not good. Okay, he's not wanting to cooperate. Why? Oh, stamina burned. Monday. That's Godskin duo. Thank you, Moto. Thank you, Keeler. Yeah, that was a lot cleaner than last time. Yeah, exactly. And that time it went pretty smoothly. I'm starting to learn, though, how to kind of just make the sacrifice to get the setup early and then just try to kind of close it out quick. And that went pretty well, considering. Still gonna go for safety strats. I know there's the weird janky jump across where you can avoid them. I'm not gonna do it. They jump across that ledge up there. getting past this guy. Cool. It's time to max out our weapon. An armament. We're at a maxed weapon. Resting at the Grace. Not that we needed to. Traveling back to beside the Great Bridge. Remembered this time.
Approaches. Destined death.
How's that, motherfuckers? Ooh. That was bootlegged. Shit. That was bootlegged. That one attack, it's weird. It's janky. I'm upset with that. What? Have some trust. That attack is a little janky. See? See? I'm telling you, that thrust down is a little janky. It happened a couple patches ago, and I'm not imagining things. Okay, but that is hurting the time saves that we did get earlier in the run. See? That downward thrust. Enjoy your dinner, Tron. Dude, the downward thrust. I'm telling you, it's the downward thrust. There's something about it. He's landing closer than he's supposed to. And it's like procking in the air, not in the ground. I might go back and do like a slow-mo analysis of these. See? Why am I having so much trouble with like my favorite boss? That's what I'm wondering. Oh. It's Monday. I need to chalk it up to Monday. I rolled. So if I got positioning, I can get in really early on the thrust, actually. Yeah, on the second that... Whoop. On that... There's something up with that thrust, I'm telling you. Yeah, and that last one I did roll right into it. And thanks for the hype, Cammy, despite the slowdown. Monday's the wheel. I'll get I can agree with Chabello on. Monday's the wheel for me, at least. Thank you, everybody, for the GGs. I appreciate it. And I don't mind the trolling, Chabello. I really don't. But yeah. Oh, shake that off. Shake that off. I still... I'd have to be, like, perfect to break 220. But we are getting pretty close here. Gideon is the last roadblock. But I also will say, now that I know on this run I can get by with the +7 Flask of Crimson Tears, which means we can intentionally eliminate a good portion of the route, like 2.5 minutes of the route. So thank you, Keeler. Well, sadly, Moto, there's no glitches left. Unless there's a Gideon Offner skip that I don't know about.
I knew you'd come to stand before the Elden Ring, to become Elden Lord. What a sad state of affairs. I commend your spirit, but alas, you'll take the throne. We markers are left for us. We continue to struggle on to eternity.
That was checkmate.
Well, until now.
I should have ran to heal, but I figured it would be a problem if I backed off, but this is a bigger problem. What was that? I hate Gideon Offner. Yeah, Moto. I don't think we're getting that sub 220 this time. Definitely moments it was looking good. Now Gideon Offner is going to keep us halted for quite some time. Oh, this is frustrating. I hate Gideon Offner. See if you keep the pressure up when he does that. He did it again.
You fought well until now.
Worst boss in the game. He doesn't always agree with Pillar Strat. See, out the gate, he does. That's the thing that also makes it really fucking annoying. Is now I can't pressure him. Otherwise, he's gonna explode.
You fought well until now.
No, it's not because he actually fights back, Chabello. It's because he's got unlimited FP. He's scaled with the fastest casting time in the game. All of his spells got buffed post-release, yet he has not been tweaked since launch, even though every single thing he casts is stronger than it used to be. It's really ridiculous. At this point, he is the hardest boss in the game. And a player can't do what his build does.
Fellow, you fought well until now.
He was also probably super leveled, had a assist. And again, first try is the easiest. first try is the easiest. Because you get the backstab, he doesn't get the debuff on you, he doesn't get the self buff. If you, that's the thing, like I brought it up the last time. If you watch every speedrunner do this run, getting through Gideon Ofnir, they all breathe a sigh of relief. Because this is a run killer. Okay, there's Gideon Ofnir. Thank you, Moto. Everybody were complaining he was too easy and everybody's crying he's too hard. Exactly, Chabello. That is what happened. That is what happened, Chabello. Everybody laughed and memed on him that he was way too easy when the game came out. And now nobody's laughing now. Thank you, Chabello. Thank you, Chabello, for the GGs. He's a rough one. He's a rough one. So since... Well, let's see what we can do here. I don't think we're getting this done in less than 5 minutes, but we can try. But we had some new routing. So, all in all, for a Monday, I think we're doing pretty good. Whoop. Whoops. Now I'm playing like it's a Tuesday. Thank you, Moto. That one I missed. Let's clean this up. Oh, he's doing that. I think we are going to get sub 220 because I just realized the 220 is end game, not real time. I think you're going to win, Moto. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Keeler. Okay, so we have to wait and see what the official time is. We have to wait and see what the official time is. $2:13:23. 2:13:23. Load game. Sanic. 2:13:23.